The delegate from Roanoke City, Delegate Rasoul.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday evening, I was fortunate enough to have dinner with the delegate from Powhatan, Delegate Ware, and we talked about many things, and one thing we discussed was political courage, and I mentioned the former speaker having the courage to take that very hard step and holding on to that redistricting bill as Senator Marsh went to President Obama's inauguration, a true profile in courage. And last year, of course, we shared many of those stories. This year we have an opportunity, I think, a moment now to muster up some courage and to do the right thing. In 2015, we passed a bill, Senate Bill 1349, the infamous rate freeze bill, where I believe we really let the people down. This bill was not very conservative, not very liberal. I spoke with the Republican chair of an energy committee in a Republican state, and when I explained what this bill did, his jaw dropped and said, "That's crazy." You know, I believe that the 2016 election season showed a common populist thread with both Trump supporters and Bernie Sanders supporters. People are frustrated with an economic system that's just not working for them. People look to the passage of that rate freeze bill and they wonder what the system is doing for them here in Virginia. When we allow for these monopolies, because it makes sense many times, but we give the constitutional authority to the SEC to protect the ratepayers and then turn right around and pass a bill to peel back that very protection, it's no wonder why people are frustrated. It's no wonder why we can really give no other explanation than this law was a corrupt law. We had an obligation to protect the people, and we did not. You know, our president says some crazy things from time to time. No, but those who point to his supporters and think they are all racists or bigots are really ignorant. There is an economic frustration in rural Virginia and in urban Virginia alike. These are working class people who are looking and demanding answers and demanding that we give them those answers. As we learned in 2017, ignore those voices at your own risk. If we don't give people the answers, then others will. If you're frustrated with people saying racist and bigoted comments and those comments sticking, then we have to give them something better to believe in genuinely. We can't simply ignore it. Those frustrations, those economic frustrations, must be vented and they must be placed somewhere. So it lands to us whether or not we're going to give it real focus. We must repeal this rate freeze. We must give the constitutional latitude back to the SEC to protect the ratepayers, and we must refund every dime that was taken from Virginians unfairly. I have a list with me of those people who voted in this chamber against Senate Bill 1349. And of course, great to see the delegate from Powhatan on that list. There is a centered core which we can build around. We have a new House of Delegates. 1 in 5 of us is fresh on the scene here. So I'm asking this body, let's send a clear message this year to the people. We've got your back. We hear you loud and clear. And in fact, we're going to return and make sure that this House is the people's house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.